What if I told you that back in 2013, a bride and groom were murdered right at their own wedding? And this isn't some crime report, it's standard practice for one of the Amazon tribes. Deep in the jungle, women still go through a ritual that most of us couldn't bear to watch in the mirror afterward. And the men there? Well, the men don't even get a say in choosing their life partner. But here's the most shocking part. There are people of a third gender who can have multiple wives at once. And this isn't some modern gender experiment, but a tradition that's thousands of years old. Ready to learn how love really works in a place where one wrong move means death? Where marriage isn't romance, but a survival contract? Fair warning, after what you're about to hear, you'll never complain about modern relationships again. Because what happens in these Amazon tribes turns everything you think you know about love, marriage, and humanity upside down. Stick around till the end. I've saved the most disturbing details for last. Deep in the heart of the Amazon. In the heart of the Amazon, there's silence. But it's not emptiness. It's anticipation. A vine sways on a branch like a ritual thread. Somewhere in the distance, a parrot screeches, the only witness to what's about to happen. And in a small hut, hidden behind walls of green, a girl from the Ticuna tribe does what her great-grandmothers have done for thousands of years. She waits. Not for a man, not for her chosen one. She waits for the Palazan, the ritual that will make her a woman. And only after this can she choose for herself. This is how they live in the jungle, where marriage isn't an event, it's a decision. When the moon decides your fate. While city folks book wedding venues months in advance, deep in the Amazon, a woman becomes a woman when the moon says so. Among the Ticuna, one of the Amazon's largest tribes, a girl can only become an adult during a full moon, and only after her first period. For 4 days, she plays drums, sings, and dances. Spirits in ceremonial costumes circle around her. And at the finale, they pluck out every single hair from her head, one by one, until she's completely bald. Why? To prepare her for the pain of childbirth. But the ritual isn't the main point. The main point is that after the Palazan, the girl gets to decide for herself whether to be with someone or not. Where women call the shots. In the Amazon jungle, there's no European concept of a man's house. Here, the man comes to his wife's tribe and stays there forever. It's called matrilocality, but it's simpler than that. The woman owns the place. She knows every trail, every tree, every water source. She's connected to the land by roots that the man is only learning to understand. Among the Wado, a tribe on the border between jungle and swampland, a man who wants to get married has to prove he can survive in his chosen woman's world. For a year, he lives with her family, works, hunts, shows his worth, and only then do the elders decide, is he good enough to stay? Love isn't the goal, survival is. In the Amazon, they don't look for love, they look for a survival partner. The jungle doesn't forgive weakness. Every day here is a test of strength. And if you can't find food, build shelter, or protect your family, someone who can will take your place. Among the Aparai, a tribe from deep in the rainforest, marriage doesn't start with a date, but with a skills test. The girl watches. Can he weave baskets? Does he know which plants you can eat? Can he catch fish with his bare hands? The man evaluates. Can she make curare for hunting arrows? Can she weave a hammock that'll last through rainy season? Can she keep a fire going in jungle humidity? There's no romance here, just calculating for life. The third gender secret. But the most amazing secret of Amazon marriages is the existence of berdaches. Third gender people, neither men nor women. In many Amazon tribes, birdhs could have multiple wives at once. They became mediators in family conflicts, raised other people's children, and settled disputes between men and women. One outstanding Amazon birdhs from the Kashinawa tribe had the right to 3 wives, a privilege available only to supreme chiefs. Birdhs didn't enter relationships with each other. That was considered incest, but they could choose partners of any gender or live celibate lives entirely. Here, gender isn't biology. Gender is a social role, and that role isn't determined by who you are, but by what you can do. Wedding and death. In 2013, something happened that showed just how dangerous jungle marriages can be. Guests from the Taramani tribe came to a Huarani wedding, but instead of gifts, they brought spears. Both newlyweds were killed right at the celebration. Everyone knew who did it from the spears left in the bodies. Each tribe has its own way of making weapons. Why did this happen?
Because in the jungle, marriage isn't just a union of 2 people, it's a union of 2 territories. And when territories are in conflict, a wedding can become a battlefield, where there's no word for marriage. Among the Piraha, one of the Amazon's most isolated tribes, there's no word for marriage. There's a word for together and a word for children. They don't get married here. They decide to be together as long as it makes sense. Children don't belong to parents. They belong to the tribe. They grow up moving from hut to hut, learning from everyone at once.
And when it's time to continue the bloodline, they don't choose a spouse. They choose a tribal member. Because in the jungle, everyone is family, and family means those who survive together. The real secret, the secret of marriage in the Amazon jungle, isn't in the exotic rituals, not in girls getting their hair plucked out or men coming to live in foreign tribes. The secret is that here, marriage means honesty. Honesty before nature, which can kill you for one mistake. Honesty before the tribe, which trusts you with their lives. And honesty before yourself, knowing that in the jungle, you can only pretend until the first real danger hits. There's no time for games here, no room for lies. There's only you, your partner, and the endless green that tests you every single day. Are you worthy of each other? And if you are, you'll survive. If not, the jungle will decide for you. Where the green canopy closes over your head, that's where real life begins. No masks, no social niceties, no second chances.